Hi, my name is Ciiku. Most people know me as Ciiku or Soxxy. I'm a PCOS warrior, PCOS advocate, and the founder of PCOS Foundation of Kenya. If you're wondering what PCOS is, PCOS full name is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So it just means, not really. The name actually doesn't mean what it is. It's a hormonal disorder, actually an endocrine problem that we have. Our hormones are not working as they should, so we'll tend to not get our periods regularly, or when we have our periods, they'll be very heavy. It's just off balance. Yeah, so some women will tend to have cysts on their ovaries. We call them cysts, but they are follicles that did not mature enough to come out and be an egg. That's why we are not getting our period every month. I've had PCOS for 11 years now. Is it 12, 11, I think. I was diagnosed in 2009, and I've been living with PCOS. So beginning of the journey was the hardest part, especially when I got married and we were trying for a baby and the baby was not coming. And the doctor ended up telling me I need IVF or something called ovarian drilling. And it was like a death sentence for me, like, you'll never be a mother. And it really killed me, the fact that someone can come and tell me this will never happen for you, and this is something I've been wanting to be all my life. How did I handle it? Is there a way to handle something like that? So I cried a lot, most of the time, cried. Then at the end of where I broke is where I just said, let it be. I think that's where now how I handled it. I just said, let it be, let God do his thing. I remember I sat down with Soxxy and I told him we will adopt after 2 years if we never get children. And yeah, and we continued our journey. 8 months after I told Soxxy we'll adopt after 2 years, I was blessed with a baby girl called Wairimu. And now I have 2 children, not just one. I have Wairimu and I have Ethan. And they're adorable and I love them to death because I had been told I'd never have these children. If I'm to speak into mental health, especially as someone living with PCOS, this is something we have to battle with like all our lives. Yes, now I have my children, but it doesn't mean tomorrow I won't wake up feeling a bit low. And research has not shown whether it's the hormones or whether it's our body, because with PCOS we tend to get hair around our faces, we tend to lose hair. Yeah, people, that's why I shaved my sides. Most people don't know that, by the way, but my hair is literally falling off, and I'm prepared for the time when it will all be off and I'll be kipara. I'll rock big earrings. So I think mental health for me is just accepting. I feel we suffer because you haven't reached that point of accepting this is where you are. So I think for PCOS, accepting that I'm growing hair, how will I deal with it? I'm a bit obese, how will I wear my plus size clothes? That's the journey we just have to walk with. PCOS patients, I think 14% suffer from depression, 13% will have eating disorders, 99.9% will have body imaging problems. You will tend to feel, I don't look beautiful enough. And this is a journey we have to walk with. So for me, for the people outside, is to tell them, just be gentle and kind with your words. Don't ask people, utapata mtoto lini, umenona, what's up with your face? Are you using this product? Don't go that angle. You don't know the battle someone is fighting. So just be the person who protects the other person's mental health. Because at times I feel we tend to also add on to the hurt and the problem. So why it's important for me to talk about mental health is because it has affected me. It has affected people around me. I have worked with women who are going through depression, anxiety attacks, just many problems that are mentally related. So I feel I need to talk about it to tell people it just doesn't happen to that person, it can happen to you. So be in the know, be knowledgeable, know your environment. Know that kama uko poa imanishi huyu mwingine ako karibu na wewe ako poa. I believe self-care is very, very important, especially for the women. Women, we tend to, regardless whether you're married with children or not, women, we tend to take a lot on our plate. We are multitaskers, so you'll tend to have a chama, have a siju nenda kazi, go to church, you're in choir, you're in what. By the way, when you look at guys, most guys are not like that, but I'm not saying they should not have self-care. But for women, we need to dedicate that kidogo time for ourselves. Even if it's an hour, just sit down, whether you'll read your book, whether you'll journal, whether you'll go for your manicure, pedicure, a massage, perhaps, a spa treatment, the ones that I love. Whether you just do that just for you to kujiita kamkutano, kujiuliza niko wapi sasa, how am I feeling today? That is very important. So that's why I believe self-care is important to nourish yourself, especially for the women. Wanawake, I can't insist this enough. It's mothers, acha watoto, don't feel guilty you're leaving them. Go have your time. You need that strength to be there for these children. So do I think a support system is important when you're handling your mental health? Very, very important. People around you will either break you or make you. So in September, I lost my mom, September 17th. My mom passed on. Unfortunately, she passed on even without her knowing what was ailing her, because she passed on from liver cancer. On September 16th, we found out she had liver cancer, and unfortunately, she passed on September 16th. It has been why I'm broken, why I'm sad, why I'm feeling God is unfair, because we didn't get time. Okay, my dad passed on with prostate cancer, but with my dad, we had some time to start preparing ourselves, because things really started going down. But for mom, I felt like it was just pop and she's gone. Like, why didn't God give us time to know what is going on? Why didn't we talk to her? Why didn't she talk to us? Why didn't she fight, you see? So I'm broken. I'm angry at her, she didn't fight. I'm angry at God. I'm angry at so many things at this time, even the hospital, even cancer, even, you know. So it has been such a draining time for me. It's just been a month. At the moment, the greatest support system for me are my siblings, because I feel they understand the whole loss. It's easier going through a parent loss with your siblings, because when they tell me it will be better, this is someone who knew mom, you know, it's like I feel we knew mom on the same level. So if he tells me it will be better, I'll feel like it will be better. It has been chaotic. Yeah, it has been bad. But all in all, keeping strong. Every morning I wake up and I tell myself, I'll do this. I'll be able to go and meet my friends, have fun, and not feel guilty about it at the end of the day. So I carried this small pouch. This is actually from my mom's handbag. So my mom stayed with me for those 3 weeks. And unfortunately, I'm the one now who saw her kind of going down, and I got to keep most of the things that she had come with. So why I've kept this bag is because this bag, my mother, she carried these paper bags. Every time my mom visits you and comes carrying shopping or mandizi or sijui nini, this paper bag, you'll have to give it back. And we used to fight about it, because I can't believe 10 bob, ma'am, unataka bag irudi ya 10 bob. But this was so precious to her. When she brings shopping, wewe rudisha bag yake, aeke kwa kafuko kake. So I think this is what I'll keep from mom. I doubt I'll ever even use these bags. I'll just keep them in my handbag just to remember her. Yeah. So what is the importance of having support system? Support system just helps you to bounce off your thoughts. And at times when you speak out your thoughts, like when I told you I'm wondering why I'm leaving, it sounds silly. When you say it, you'll hear it. But when you keep it inside, those words, you'll never hear them, they're in your head. I feel, for example, when we were going through looking for a baby and we were all alone, we never told anyone, by the way. The only people who knew are my mother and who else? No one else. And it was just a wrangle. And you see, for my mom, all she could do is pray for me. It was just a wrangle between me and Soxxy. We kept on bashing each other. But the breakthrough-ish came in when we thought, let's go talk to our best couple. And we ran to our best couple. It was a bit lighter. Some things I'd say in that session, I'd just laugh. I'd say things like, Soxxy hataki kunipatia sex. You know, it sounds stupid. So even you'd think, what is this I'm saying? At times, just having someone to talk to. Let me tell you, even in a matatu, you can meet someone and there you offload all your heaviness, or even get someone, a psychologist, a psychiatrist. It's by the way, it's just Africans who are scared of these people. These people just help you put your thoughts into place, pack them up, and help you think, isn't ni nini nasema, remove this, put this back, work it out. It's not bad for you to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a shrink, whatever you'll call them, it's not bad to see them. So social media is a very good platform for all of us, for me, for you to reach out. And I wish with time I'd see conversations of people talking about how they're not getting their babies, people talking about how their marriage is not really working, but they are putting it out there to try and work it out. People trying to say, I lost my mom, and this is how I'm handling it. I remember when I did a video on stories or about my mom, because people kept on asking me, they didn't know how my mom passed on. And I did a string of Insta stories just talking about what happened, etc. And all these people who came in my DM, people who've lost parents 24 years, babies, 10 years ago, they've never unpacked what happened. And it hit me, we never talk about it. And that's why we never get people to come to us and bounce off how they're feeling and us feeding into them and helping them out. I think social media should be used to just empower people, talk about things and make it look, by the way, you're not, I don't know, you're not awkward, you're not, you're fine. Whatever you're going through, I've gone through it and I'm here and I'm living and I'm going on with life.